It's week 3 of the NFL, and this one features Trevor Lawrence. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft in his 3rd season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
Here's the rookie from Auburn, Tank Bigsby. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, the rushing numbers for Bigsby a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Lawrence. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
A 56-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on it. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. The drive will start with an option going left. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Stroud off the play fake. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Stroud's throw completed to Mechie. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Tank Dell with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw him pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Texans will take over. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now the numbers for Pierce last week. 20 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
We've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known the points won't come so easy again.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
2nd down, here's a run with Bigsby. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Derailing that play from the start was Christian Harris. He got back there and stuck him for a loss behind the line of scrimmage. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. His throw incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target. 3rd down here. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
That's pulled in at the 32. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The Texans at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And the Texans first down.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
But we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's a second drop right here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say, only in the first quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely, because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Pierce. Touchdown, Houston.
Pierce, the ball carrier. Touchdown, Houston.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And he returns this to the 22. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. Now, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, Bigsby. Oh, what a move. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. As they've got it as we resume action. They'll set up a screen for Bigsby. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Lawrence running right on the option, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the Texans' 44-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Open man downfield is Ridley. Touchdown, Jaguars! Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now they got the touchdown. It's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Texans offense set to regain possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Stroud. This one left side caught by Collins. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Stroud sets up the play action. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Texans first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now a dump off here, complete. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Stroud. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points on? And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here's a give to Bigsby. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at
Lawrence will throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now Lawrence on first down. And this is going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's another Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That tackle behind the line made by Will Anderson.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Here's Bigsby. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got an open man, it's Washington. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessful.
So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. They can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Devon Hamilton breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Meanwhile, Stroud's throw completed to Mechie.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. Fourth down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
That one into the hands of Washington. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half They didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
At the 35-yard line.
The second down throw now from Stroud. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And Stroud now to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On the carry, Bigsby. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 5.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A run here with Bigsby. 74 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Singletary again. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Stroud on 3rd down now. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jaguars will take over here just shy of the 30. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now Lawrence to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their 1st interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
And for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Stroud off the play fake. That is caught. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Devin Lloyd came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And a small play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will stay a 4-point game. So making 2 missed field goals for him now, but I have the sense, given that distance, you could probably forgive him here on this one.
Yeah, this is out of the range of just about anybody on planet Earth except probably you, partner. But you just got to drive it out low and hope that somehow you hit it absolutely perfect. But no real chance for this one to go through.
They'll start with the option.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you...
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Will Anderson
in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On the counter, this is Singletary. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Stroud sets up the play action. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Bigsby with a carry to begin the series.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Now Lawrence.
Complete to Washington. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Washington picks up a first, and he's someone who really maximizes every ounce of skill he has to make plays out there. Does a lot well, and can certainly stun you with how well he goes up and gets it.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Bigsby.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Lawrence will throw.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Lawrence. A very quick pass to Ridley.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line.
Jaguars, first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush is just too off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
15 yards down to the 15 and a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Lawrence now off the bootleg.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Luke Farrell was the intended target.
And that'll bring up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's Lawrence. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So that, a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field, thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
Houston set to take over.
They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you, now you take care of us.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Stroud looking to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. On the return, here's Agnew. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jaguars back with it on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence.
Open man, this is Brenton Strange, the tight end.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The ball on the 32, it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Quick slant caught by Kirk.
And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars 1st down as the tackle is made right at the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by McManus is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
From the gun on third down, here's Stroud.
And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence. And he's taken down right away at the 39-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
They'll come up now on second down.
At the 46-yard line.
On second down, Lawrence trying for Kirk, and he's got him on the crossing route. And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars first down as he'll get this up to midfield.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Tank Bigsby, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken a fourth quarter lead.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. Here's a toss coming right, and he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So Stroud and the Texans down by 5. A minute 24 to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. finding Schultz.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And that is incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Palmer, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Stroud. Throw to the middle is taken in by Dell. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Stroud's throw taken in by Collins.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make the play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more.